to my channel. Oh my god, today is an exciting day. Today I have created the makeup look, obviously, that you saw in the introduction with the long awaited Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collaboration palette. I'm sure you have seen this literally everywhere, and if you haven't or you don't know who Jaclyn is, girl, where the hell have you been? Honestly, she is like the OG YouTube makeup inspo. She's been creating ultra glam looks that you want pasted on yourself from like day one. Well, she was that person for me anyway, so I feel beyond like honored to have been sent her palette. Like, oh my god, it contains literally every color that you could ever want ever to be on your eyes. It honestly screams Jaclyn, because I mean, if you watch her, she is very much like me in the sense that she loves a warm nude, golden, bronze, smoky eye, but when it comes to pops of colour, blues, teals and greens are like the way to go. So literally I was dying to use this palette as soon as I got it, and I just wanted to get you guys excited. I'm pretty sure it comes out in July maybe, I might be wrong. I'll try and find the date and leave the link to it down below. Jaclyn's also just released a video of the swatches and her story behind it as well, so I'll leave the link to that down below. But yeah, so if you would like to see one way of how to use that amazing palette, then definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and then let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and primed my eyes and done my eyebrows because, one, I feel like no one gives a shit about that, but I have listed all of the products that I've used down below. But I just thought people would rather I just cracked straight on with the eyeshadow using the incredible brand new Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Oh my god, this is actually the palette that dreams are made of. Well, it is for me anyway. If I just zoom out and show you, this is what the palette looks like. The kind of top 3/5 are more of like the warmer tone, your classic Jaclyn colours, and then the two bottom rows include some gorgeous, gorgeous bright colours and then a bit more of like a cooler, darker selection. So there really literally is something for everyone in this palette. I'm not even kidding. I feel like this is going to be a go-to everyday palette for me. This is the first time that I'm using it, and I definitely wanted to venture into the colours. I'm feeling this dark blue, so I think that's what we're going to do today. So I think I want to go for quite a dramatic winged look, so that's why we're doing the eyes first, so I can wipe away and get that clean edge like I always do. Okay, so to begin, I'm going to take this colour here, and this is the colour M.F.E.O. Oh my god, I'm suddenly like really excited, okay. Oh, yeah, oh yes. These blend like a dream. Oh my god, I mean, this is the first colour, but I barely dipped my brush in that. I'm not even kidding. So I'm just going to continue to buff that into the crease for our initial transition. These colours are so great because if you're kind of not like scared of eyeshadow, but don't like anything too drastic, these kind of colours are almost like the perfect makeup erasers. They just help buff and blend everything and make your blending look way better than it might be. Okay, the next colour we are going to take is this one here, and this one is called Butter. Would you like me to assign someone to butter your muffin? Yeah, the formula of these is so like, oh my god, just like velvety. They just blend so effortlessly into each other. I mean, I've only tried the mattes, as you can see, so far, but so far so good. I can totally understand now why it took so long. Absolutely stunning. Right, now let's get darker. I want to be using kind of orangey colours because I'm going to be using blue in the crease. So I am going to take this burnt orange colour here, which is called Roxanne. Roxanne! Does that not just remind you of that Friends? Ooh! Does that not just remind you of that Friends episode? But it's when Phoebe's saying, Roxanne, Roxanne, give me the ticket. Roxanne, give me the ticket. I literally live for these warm colours. It was so hard to not do like a bronze, golden, smoky eye because I can tell this palette is like perfect for that. So that's it for the crease colours for now. I'm now going to move on to the lid colour, and for that I'm going to take that gorgeous, gorgeous electric blue, and this is called Twerk. So you can see why I wanted to use that one. And I'm going to be using a MAC 242 for this just because it's really, really shimmery, and I feel like this brush is really great at applying like shimmery foiled-ish shadows. Oh, I'm living for this blue. Oh my god. I mean, there's a little bit of fallout, but with these kind of pigmentation from shadows, I would expect there to be a little bit of fallout. But this blue is so bright. But that blue, I think, is absolutely stunning. I think it would look so pretty, like, underneath the eye, as, like, a pop of colour on, like, the lower lash line. But now I'm just going to go back in with that burnt orange shade. I think it was Roxanne. And just diffuse that blue into our crease colours, just to soften the edge a little. You can see how easy these are to blend. Oh my god. Like so. And then I'm going to keep deepening up the crease. So I'm going to take a slightly darker shade. I'm going to take this dark brown here. And this is called Mocha. And I'm just going to buff that in to the outermost part. It's all about just creating a transition from light to dark. I feel like when you're doing smoky eyes like this, just doing the same on the other eye. I always kind of hold all my brushes in like one hand, and that I've used previously because I always jump back and forth between. Oh my god, I'm living for these colours already. And then finally, to deepen up the crease, I'm going to take this colour here, which is called Central Park. I didn't want to use black just because black on me, I feel it's almost too much. So I'm glad there's an alternative for people like me that are scared of the dark side. I'm just going to really concentrate this on the outermost part and kind of buff upwards and inwards. And then just going back in with like previous brushes and colours just to help diffuse everything so we can get the flawless smoky eye of Jaclyn Hill. I was saying on my Snapchat the other day, Jaclyn was one of the first people that I ever really like watched on YouTube, and I think it was her. It was when she used to sit in front of her sofa and maybe do her like makeup hauls or her like beginner's guide smoky eye, like the ultimate smoky cat eye, and she was using all of her like MAC eyeshadows. Like that's the kind of Jaclyn that I used to watch all the time, and I used to be literally obsessed. I mean, I still am. Obviously, I watch her videos all the time, but I remember back in the day, I'd literally binge watch all of her videos, and I always used to want to have a sofa and the bougie cushions like she did. But I think that's it for like the crease. So I'm just going to take a wipe and wipe up underneath because we did have a little bit of fallout. So I'm just going to wipe away. Yes. Okay, so once you have cleaned up underneath your eyes and created that wing, I'm just going to highlight my inner corner before doing the eyeliner. So I'm going to take this champagne or like pale, really pale champagne gold, and it is called Beam. Oh my god. That is such a gorgeous inner corner highlight. Oh my god. I want to use that everywhere. I'm gonna use that as a highlighter, I reckon. Ooh, and there was me thinking that I could never really highlight my inner corner, but turns out I was just missing the perfect shadow. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my winged eyeliner, and for that I'm going to use the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner pen, and then I'll be back, just because I feel like I'm going to go down, 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 and I always miss the footage. So I do have a winged eyeliner tutorial, and I always leave it linked down below. Okay, so I've gone ahead and done my winged eyeliner, and now I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara and falsies. And for mascara today, I'm going to take the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and for lashes I'm going to take these gorgeous ones. These are from ESQIDO, and they are in the style Nebula, N-E-B-U-L-A, Nebula. Something like that. They are so gorgeous and so fluttery. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back and I'll show you the kind of top half finished eyes, and then we can move on to the base. Oh my god, I'm living for these colours and this palette. I'm not going to get over this for a while, so expect to see me using it in the next 750 tutorials. Okay, so these are the kind of eyes done with the lashes. The glue is obviously still drying a little bit, but now we can move on to the skin. Okay, my skin's feeling a little bit dry, so I'm going to take the Tatcha Beauty Oil. I mean, in the last tutorial I used their cream, but their whole skincare range is just gorgeous. So I'm just applying literally the tiniest 2 little drops, and I'm just gonna massage that into my skin. This stuff smells so good and feels... Oh my god, I haven't got my cat ears on! Who the hell am I? But yeah, this feels so good and so nourishing, and actually I find it makes blending my foundation a little bit easier if I have an oil underneath my skin. Lovely. Now I'm going to try a new product. This is the Rimmel Insta Fix and Go spray. It is a primer and setting spray in one, but right now I'm just going to use it as a face primer. I'm not sure how much of that you're meant to use, but I'm going hand. With primer sprays, I like to maybe like overdo it, then underdo it, just so I know it's actually going to do something. And then I just like to press the remainder into my skin. For foundation today, I'm going to use a old one, but I've been seeing loads of people using it at the moment, so I'm feeling I should give it another shot. It is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm going to mix these two colours together. It is sand and warm beige. I'm going to do 2 pumps of sand and just 1 little pump of warm beige. But with this foundation, I always would recommend using a damp beauty blender with it. I feel like it applies it the best and really helps to like work it into the skin. I don't know why I never used this foundation. I feel like I applied it wrong the first ever time I used it, and you know sometimes when you just do it wrong one time and then it kind of not like puts you off for life, but then you just don't want to go back and use it again. I feel like that's what happened with me. Okay, I'm going to use another, actually I'm not even sure if I've used it before. For concealer, we're going to use the Tarte Maracuja Oil Concealer in the colour Light Sand. This is quite a thick concealer, so I am going to be applying this quite sparingly, and I am defo going to be using a beauty blender to blend this out. I'm just going to apply that underneath, take up the sides of your nose if you want a little bit of a nose contour, and then just taking my damp beauty blender and blending that in. I kind of wanted to use this because, like I said earlier, my skin felt a little bit dry, and this is a really dewy, nourishing concealer because it's part of their Maracuja oil range, and that's super like, I don't want to keep saying the same words, but like nourishing for your skin, really like hydrating and moisturizing. So just what I need underneath my eyes when they're feeling a little bit dry. Okay, I was feeling kind of a glam look today, so I want to go ahead and cream contour. So for that, I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Contour, and this is the shade Medium. And then I'm going to take that little highlighter bit and just use that underneath the eye as well, just to help brighten it up even more. I'm just going to take a duo fibre brush to blend this in. So that is kind of all the creams that I want to apply to my face so far. So I'm going to go ahead and set everything in a place with powder, and then we can go back to finishing off underneath the eyes. Okay, we are back up close and personal. So I wanted to kind of play on the complementary colours, because whenever I do blue on the top of my eyes, I feel like I lose the blue from my actual eyes, which is kind of why I never really do those kind of colours. So I am going to take the Urban Decay Glide On Pencil in Torch to put in my waterline. So that's like a super burnt orange colour, and I feel like that's going to make my eyes pop a little bit. And then to buff that in, I'm going to go back in with that Roxanne colour, so more of the darker orange, because I do feel like this is quite a sultry and smoky look, so I want to use the darker colour underneath. So I'm just going to take that on a pencil brush and buff that in. I do want to kind of make this really blown out and like smoky underneath, so I'm going to make sure I'm connecting it back around. Oh my god, yes, I am living for this. Okay, now I'm going to just apply bottom lash mascara, because that's all we're going to do on the bottom, and then that is the finished eyes. Okay, so these are the finished eyes with bottom lash mascara on and everything completed. I have to say, I am so impressed with the pigmentation of this palette. I feel like everyone's gonna say that, but really I haven't tried obviously all of the shimmers or anything, but from what I've used, the crease colours, that inner corner highlight though, I'm so impressed. So yeah, I can't wait to create more looks with this. But now let's move on to the face and finish up the look. So I'm going to dip into a couple of old favourites, and I'm going to use this Nars palette. It was limited edition, but I feel like the shades in it you can get individually. So for bronzer, I am going to take the Laguna, and then I'm going to mix these two blusher shades here, which are called Deep Throat and Final Cut. I was going to say something then, but I didn't, so it's fine. We'll move on. So just going to warm up that and define that cream contour that we applied earlier a little bit more. And I really like Laguna just as like a nose contour as well, because it's not too warm, but it's not like a cool tone bronzer, I would say. And just apply that blusher. Haven't used a Nars blusher in what feels like forever, and they're some of the nicest ones out there, I swear. For highlighter, I'm going to show you a little technique that I've been loving doing at the moment, and it is take a liquid highlighter and then a powder highlighter on top. So the liquid illuminator I'm going to use is the Marc Jacobs Coconut Dewdrops. I'm just going to take a little pump of that on the back of my hand, and then use like my little finger to press that on the tops of my cheekbones. And I'm going to work that in with my finger, just because the warmth of my finger will make that easier to blend, and using patting motions is going to mean I'm not going to move any of like the powder underneath, and I feel like it's just going to blend a lot better. You've got to be a little patient with this to make sure you get it right. Just like that. And I mean, I would have totally used champagne pop, but I dropped mine on the floor literally like a month ago, and I really need to repurchase. But I think I saw she was coming out with that collector's edition, so I was going to hold off and get that one. But what I love about doing this is it gives like a creamy base for when I apply my like powder highlighter. And then I find that using a like loose powder highlighter, it just clings to it and adds such a gorgeous sparkle. So I'm going to take the Artist Couture Diamond Powder in Illuminati, and on a brush, this is from Peaches Makeup, and it is called their PC03. I'm just going to literally the lightest tap in that, and then just brush it across. If you can see, I hope you can like catch it in action. Yeah. So again, same on this side. So I just went ahead and aligned my lips, and now I'm going to apply the colour. This is the Buxom Lightweight Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nudist. They're so like creamy and easy to apply, and I thought this one was of a slightly warmer undertone, so it would really complement the eye makeup. I feel like it's like a Your lip colour but better kind of colour. I love this. And then on top of that, I just want to lighten it a little bit slightly. I'm going to go in with the Buxom Full On Lip Cream, I think this is, in White Russian, which is honestly one of my favourite nude glosses of all time. And it smells like sugar. So now I'm just going to go ahead and use the Rimmel spray again, just to set everything in place, and then I can show you the finished makeup. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did, and show your support, and let me know in the comments down below if you're just as excited to get your hands on it, and what kind of looks you're going to create, and anything just to show your engagement and support with me down below. Definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I would love to see you guys in my next video. And like I said, just let me know in the comments down below future videos that you want to see as well, or any future looks with this palette. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until then, I will see you soon. Bye guys.